So 2024 is almost over. And today I want to take a look at my account, how much I progressed in this year, how much stuff I have unlocked. This is not something I want to boast about, because that's not something you should do, especially not when it comes to a video game, because a video game is just increasing numbers in a virtual world. It's not something important. This video is more about some inspirational for people that want to have a goal in Guild Wars 2, and maybe seeing someone that has unlocked a lot of stuff, has some high level goals achieved already. Maybe that's inspirational for you. So I want to really disclaim that this is not about boasting, because I just wasted a lot of time into this game and I probably should have done something different. But now let's jump right in. If you only want to see a special part of my whole account tour, be sure to skip to the corresponding timestamp. But now let's start. So you can see I have maximum mastery rank, of course. I'm quite high in PvP rank, 563 currently. Just by playing the game, I don't really care about the rank. It doesn't matter at all. My world versus rank is rather low. It's only 4,000. It's not that low, but for a veteran, it's really low. I don't play that much world versus world. I just play some roaming and some Zerg play, but I'm not every evening in there. So yeah, that's why it's, let's say, medium high. And my achievement points are, for playing this year for almost 14 years now, it's okay. It's not crazy, but I play every game mode, so that's why I have a lot of achievement points. But we will get to every single of the mentioned stuff here in a more detail later. But I just wanted to mention that right now. When it comes to my characters, I have a lot of characters, like you can see here. I have 72 character slots and 70 of those are in use. You might ask why I have so many. It's quite simple. I really like to have an organized account. You will see that in a few parts in this video. I have characters dedicated to special roles. So all my human female characters, I have 9 of those, every single class, is dedicated to PvE. All my female Asura characters are dedicated to World vs. World. All my female Silvari characters are dedicated to PvP. And then all the rest of my characters, I have to be honest, are just storage characters in one or the other way. So I mostly only played those, let's say, 3x9 characters that I mentioned before. All the other characters are just storage characters. We will go into some of them just to see what I am storing, but I will also go to my Guild Wars 2 Efficiency account and showcase all of my stats there as well, because sometimes it's really hard to see in-game how much stuff you have lying around, and this website helps a lot. Be sure to check that out at the end of the video. So for the achievements, it's like I said, it's not crazy high. I have all of the daily and monthly AP you can get, and from the permanent ones, I have some achievements unlocked, but I'm not an achievement hunter. I'm just a completionist. I like to have stuff completed. You will see that in a second. But the amount can be way higher nowadays. But it's higher than people that just play World vs. World, that just play PvP. That's for sure, because I play every single game mode and to some extent also quite hardcore. So you see, currently it's festival. I always go for the festival achievements. For the story channel, I actually go for a lot of achievements as well. So I sometimes skip some because I don't really want to replay the story multiple times. But for a lot of, you can see chapters here, I have quite a lot of them unlocked. That's why a lot of my achievements points come from. Especially in the early days of those journals, I actually have all of them, except those 2. And that's where a big part of my achievement points from PvE come from. Just because I played just a lot of PvE in the early days. And from general achievements, nothing too crazy. I actually have quite a lot of dungeon runs earlier, because I played the game when it launched, and dungeons were a big part of getting gold. So I have a lot of those. All of the skins, we will get to that later as well. And yeah, I will just go over it quickly. Nothing too crazy, I actually have a lot of those achievements here as well. Not all of them. I don't really care to get all of them. I don't have, that's a big part, 500 achievement points missing. I don't have the Hall of Monuments, so the Guild Wars 1 achievements that carried over into Guild Wars 2. It's 500 achievement points that I'm missing. I don't go for the highest achievement points because I will never reach it, and it's quite an annoying goal to my understanding. But it's fine. Just sad to see nothing filled out here. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. Just going quickly over it. Yeah, and then World vs. World. Like I said, I play World vs. World. I really enjoy it. Mostly roaming, small scale, sometimes a little bit of clouding and circ play, but not to an extent where I'm really hardcore. That's why I'm missing a lot of those achievements. And I have some, but I'm not even close to the Ultimate Dominator. So that's how it is. When it comes to Chantia Vals, yeah, I'm a little bit more on the completionist side here, but it's not a big expansion, so there's a lot of stuff that you can easily get. And yeah. Seekers of the Obscure, I'm a little bit more invested. I have a lot of those achievements related to this expansion. Not because I particularly enjoy it, to be honest, just because I want to have the achievement points that were easy to get there. Yeah, in Anaios, completed all achievement points here. That's actually quite interesting. And yeah, convergences, did a lot of convergences back in the days to get the essences for the legendary armor. Yeah, End of Dragons, I actually don't have that many achievements just because I don't really enjoy going for those. It's a lot of them. I have all the fishing stuff, but that's it. And I have all of the legendary ones. We will get to that when we come to the legendaries. House of Fire, the same. I don't really have a lot of achievements here just because I don't really like to explore the maps for achievements because nowadays I'm the only one playing the events and it feels really boring. The opposite is true for Heart of Thorns. I really enjoy Heart of Thorns. I think it's the best expansion by far. And I have all of the achievements except one. When it comes to Heart of Thorns, only here, the adventure that I don't really like. But all the other ones I have. Yeah, just really enjoy this expansion. Side stories, I will skip. It's nothing important, just some stuff that most of them, I of course have all of the return achievements, but all the other ones I don't really care about. When it comes to PvP, I have all of the PvP achievements. I would say PvP is quite a high level of investment of my account, so I have a lot of PvP stuff here. When it comes to the profession achievements, I have the only one that I have fully unlocked, so 1,500 wins, is as a Mesmer. All the other ones are somewhere on the way. Not especially close, actually, so yeah. But it's like you invested way too much time into one class. So that's just how it is. It doesn't give achievement points, it's just a title. And doesn't even mean that you are good on the class, it just means to spend a lot of the time on it. When it comes to those activities, I don't really have much of them unlocked. For raids, I have a lot of raids achievements, not all of them, because I just don't have all of them, but most of them I have unlocked. And when it comes to fractal achievements, I have most of the fractal achievements as well. Not all of them. And I really enjoy fractals and raids. It's not like I play every single week, every single day, all of them, but enough. When it comes to collections, I actually have a lot of collections unlocked. You will see why when we get to the skins, but I really like to go for collections. I think that's the best feature of Guild Wars 2. I have quite a lot of rare achievements as well, rare collections. Not all of them. It's a long-term goal of mine to go for all the achievements here. They have all the specialization weapons. I have quite a lot of the legendaries, actually, achievements as well. It's also a goal of mine to go for all the treasure hunt precursor of the Gen 1s. Even though I have most of them, I just want to have the skins and the achievement points associated with them because I think that's a funny thing to do, for me at least. Backpacks, legendary armor, I have everything. PvE related is so all the open world and the raid armor. I have the trinkets fully unlocked. Most of the festival collections, but some of them are really hard. Especially because I don't really enjoy super adventure bugs. Or I have to correct myself here. I enjoy Super Adventure Box, but I'm really bad at it, so I don't really get the tripulation mode that easy. And Blackline collections, you can see that's a big part of my collections that I have is Blackline collections. There are just so many. And strike missions, yeah, I have some strike missions, but nothing crazy. And the historical, there are a lot of achievements as well that you can't get that easily anymore. Most of them you can't even get at all. And I have a lot of them just because I played the game a long time ago as well. So that's for the achievements. As always, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. But now, let's go to the next chapter. Before I continue, I would like to tell you that only a small percentage of you are subscribed. So if you enjoy this video and want to help me and my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you want to support me even more, check out my YouTube or Patreon memberships and receive some fancy special benefits. Now back to the video. So the next chapter is about the characters, how I, let's say, organized my inventories. So this is my PvE main character, I would say, my Messner, currently at least. So I have a lot of backspaces here, mostly only 20 slot backs because I don't need more. And my first few backs are all normal backs. And the later ones, the last ones, are always invisible. So I can pack stuff in here like that I get used frequently, that I get a lot of times. For example, luck or fractal encryptions or a lot of ascended weapons that I need to swap when I, for example, want to maximize my DPS or I want to just have a focus pull on fractals or something, which is way easier than having to have dedicate multiple equipment templates for that. And yeah, that's how I organize all my PvE characters. So having a lot of useful or just cluttering stuff that I need frequently in the invisible bag. And up there, I have a lot of PvE consumables. You can see that's a little bit try hard from my back in the day when I had dungeons, where you can, for example, use harpy feathers to stealth any character for a short amount of time on stuff, for skipping mobs and stuff. But that's for a lot of reasons that it's back up here, so you can minimize the inventory and still use it. It's really helpful. When it comes to the shared inventory slots, I have, of course, the copper fed. I have a white mantle portal device to port people around. I have the silver fed. I also have the rune crafters, and I always have an ascended salvage kit and a research kit here as well, just for convenience. And I have the endless reinforced canister, just why not, you know, don't have to go to the armor thingy to refresh that buff. And the best thing ever, permanent bank express. Of course, I have that. We will get to the bank in a second, but this is so important for me. I always use it. Then I have endless upgrade extractor, just convenience, and you can make a lot of money from this. Then I have the personal trader, so you get the trading post. I also have the Mystic Forge conduit, just to open a Mystic Forge window. I have the Tarkun personal delivery portal, not for ecto gambling, just for selling stuff. So you can easily sell stuff without having to go to a vendor, and you can even move with it and it doesn't close. It's perfect. Candy Corn Gobbler and Snowflake Gobbler, just immense upgrade when it comes to value that you get per time that you spend in a game mode. Amazing. Then, in my opinion, the best passkey, Mistlock Sanctuary Pass, just perfect. You have access to all the stations and you have access to fractals. What do you want more? Prototype Position Rewinder, really good tool that you can get from Sandswept Isles. It lets you teleport as any class, so you just place the thing here, and whenever you want to go back for the next 30 seconds, you can go back to the spot. Really good if you go doing jumping puzzles or whatever, just for really usefulness in PvE. Doesn't work in instances or in strike missions rate and stuff, but in open world, it's amazing. Then Revive Orbs, really good for fractals. CMs, if you have a pack or for whatever reason you die, you can revive. Just have them here. Most of the time I don't use them at all, but if you need one, why not have it here? Then my most used foods I have here as well. Just if I need the space, I can swap them out, but yeah, why not? Then just some festival related stuff here as well. And then I have a lot of portals. So Wizard's Tower, Season 3 portal, Season 4 portals, Icebrood Saga, and Arborstone portal. Those are really useful just to get around. I don't use the Season 3 and Season 4 portals that often, but why not have them here? It's really convenient. And then I have Teleport to Friends, the recharging one, which is really nice. Only a few minutes now until you can use it again. But if you really want to go really fast from one map to another, or really, let's say, lazy, you can use them more frequently if you use the not endless one. And then I have even one spot left. I don't really care, so I don't use the level 80 boost. But if I need this spot, I could use the level 80 boost. So that's for the shared inventory. So here's another example of a character in PvE. I have some useful PvE stuff here, and then I have some invisible slots for whatever I think I need more. And now I actually have quite a lot of guilds. I have 5 guilds. And the interesting part here is all of them. So now to the guilds, I actually have 4 guilds that are all of them my personal guilds. So 3 of them actually also have a guild bank. And this is really interesting because I have a lot of just random stuff lying around that I can use for more storage if I really need to. So you will see my account is actually quite storage heavy. A lot of my account is just storage space that I used back in the day to make gold. A lot of gold actually. Nowadays I don't do that anymore. I make my invest my time into creating content for you. But back in the day I used all of that space to make. And now I'm here on my warrior. Why am I here? Because I want to show you my legendaries. And this is easily done on the warrior, where you have a lot of different equipment possibilities. So I have on my PvE characters, I have a lot of equipment tablets unlocked. But most of them, it's actually almost at 9. Warrior is a little bit only 4. When it comes to builds, I have some build storage, which I don't really think is useful. And I have most of my PvE characters have 3 to 6 build things unlocked, because in PvE you often swap around. All my other characters, especially the storage characters, don't have any unlocks here. The World vs. World characters sometimes have more, but most of the time, this PvE characters are the most. So when it comes to legendaries, like I said, I have full legendary PvE stuff from the armor. I have full raid legendary armor, all 18 pieces. I have all the obsidian armor pieces also with the suffused ones. And I have a lot of legendary weapons. We will see later. I have all the legendaries of Arena variants. I have the new spear. I have full runes, full sigils. I have full trinkets. 1 trinket slot I even have twice. I have legendary relic, of course. Legendary sigils as well. I have 3 spears, so this twice, and then the other one also once. So I have 3, so I can equip it in every single weapon slot if I need it. And I have just a lot of legendaries lying around that I don't use that often, just because I wanted to collect them. For example, I have how many great swords that I can use? Eternity. I have Sunrise, Twilight, of course. I have Exordium, and I have the Arena one. So there are way too many to use just to have them on. So there's a lot of gold in my legendary stuff. And you can't even see all of them here because, of course, it's a warrior. You can't use a scepter. Yeah, it's just a hobby of mine to go for the legendaries. I really have all the underwater weapons as well. Don't really care. I just want to have them. If there will ever be a legendary aqua breeder, I of course will go for it as well. And yeah, that's all I can say for legendaries. I actually also have not a lot of, but I have all of the legendary skins that you can get from the World vs. World armor and PvP armor. However, I don't have all the legendaries themselves, because I feel like that's a waste if you just have another legendary playing around that doesn't have a new skin. But I have 1 PvP and 1 vs. World armor from when not all of that was so easy to get. So now to the currency. So gems. I used all of my gems to get 2000 blackline chest keys. If you want to see the video where I open it, top right hand corner, this is one of my big goals that I had. I also purchased a lot of back slots just for my account, and my gold is currently quite low for mine. Normally I have at least 10k. Just I spend a lot of gold to get all the legendaries. I made 24 legendaries as a Christmas present just to go for the legendary skins that I not had before. Video where I make those top right hand corner as well. And now I have a lot of karma. Not that much actually. If you play the game as a veteran, you have way too much karma. The same with spirit shards. I have 3.6k spirit shards. Some people say it's hard to get as a veteran, but that's just a lie. If you play all the game modes, it's really easy. I have 10k almost lying around when I include the tomes of knowledge that I have. And I even got all of the legendaries. Almost I have all the Oreen skins where also a lot of spirit shards go into. So it's actually insane why you would say that you need more spirit shards if you just farm PvE or even PvP, world versus world, you get a lot of tomes. It's really easy to get them. Let's now take a look at some characters. So PvE characters I mostly showed you, nothing too crazy. All of them are set up the same. When it comes to my world versus world characters, let's go to my elementalist that I play mostly nowadays in world versus world. It's not very special. They have some bag unlocks, mostly 20 slot bags, some inventories as well, and then like food and just stuff that I frequently get. That's how all of them are set up. When it comes to PvP characters, they are actually used for storage as well. So if you want, for example, my warrior is used for my PvP warrior gameplay, but is also used as a storage. So this guy, this lad, is having a lot of ascended stuff, mostly armor and trinkets. So a lot of those, I don't need those. I could salvage them or research them, but currently I have enough space, so I just keep them. And that goes for a lot of my characters. So, for example, my Mesmer that I played years ago quite a lot, but now not that much, has a lot of ascended chunk that I don't need. Also, some potions that I just keep for old time's sake. Nowadays, you can't really get them anymore. And this stuff, maybe we will need it. I could gobble it, but it's not that rewarding, so just keep it for sure. Then, what else? When it comes to storage characters, one of my important storage characters, for example, is this guy. I always, when the festivals are, so Winter's Day and Halloween, I just buy a lot of those gobble items. So this guy has this second half of my candy corn, and I have another character that has a full inventory of candy corn just so that I can gobble it. I have one character as well for the snowflakes, just so that I can run this on every single competitive at least character. Then I have this guy here is my artificer, and he also has a lot of luck, just because why not? If it's full, I will craft it in higher tiers, but currently I don't need to. I also have a character with a lot of exotic luck, and it's nothing crazy. You see, this guy here is a storage guy that I use solely to store silk. So this guy has a lot of silk lying around here. I could sell it, but currently it's not that high price, so I don't care. And that's for almost all my characters are like this. So they have a storage, and some, like this guy, have a really big inventory because I needed them to have this kind of big inventory. This guy has 412 slots. It could go even higher. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. Just a lot of storage space, a lot of characters that I use for storing stuff. Most of them are actually empty nowadays because I don't do my gold making method anymore. But it's, just a lot of characters. I have one character that's not level 80. This woman here. Why do I have that? So the reason for that is really simple. If you open some bags on a low level character, this is on a level 50 character, for example. If you open, for example, these bags, you will get gear that is corresponding to the character's level, not to the bag's level. So this means level 51 engineer, I will get level 51 gear, around level 50. And this is really important because I get gear that has the possibility of giving me more expensive stuff than the tier 6 or tier 5 materials. This is tier 4 or tier 3. Really important that you have this possibility if you have a lot of characters. So I really make use out of that. As soon as I have a stack of those bags, I can open them here, get some more value than if I would open them on a higher level character. This is not always the case, so you always have to price check first, but I want to have the possibility to do so if it's needed. Just saying that. Now, let's take a look at my bank. So my bank, like I said, I have a lot of storage space, and therefore my bank is a little bit weird. It's not like a normal bank. My bank is a bank where I put stuff that I want to use on multiple characters. It's not something where I store stuff. So that's a little bit weird. Storing I do on characters that are dedicated to the stuff that I store. The bank is only used for stuff that I want to have access to on multiple characters. Why is that? Because I have permanent bank access. And this is really important, so I can use it as my expanded inventory. Therefore, I don't want to have my bank cluttered up with stuff that I don't use at all. So you can see this is just slots that I use to transfer stuff from A to B, character A to B. And then I have some food that I use really frequently and have sorted it some way that it's useful. Then I have stuff that I get frequently on and don't want to store on some characters, some luck and some other stuff. Then I have infusions then I have some spare infusions. They are quite important to me. I use them on most of my characters that need even more damage, more healing, whatever. It's really nice. I mostly use the world versus world ones because they are cheaper to get. But if you're playing fractals, then you need the agony as well. And for some characters I have that, but for most I don't. Then I have a lot of kill proof. Not that many. I don't play that much instant content, but some of them enough to get into most content. I just keep them. And then I have this is my legendary tab where I have some stuff that I need to craft legendaries. Nothing too crazy because I used most of it, but better than nothing, I guess. And then I have some fractal stuff. Also nothing too crazy. And yeah, I use it to make some more gold, but nothing, yeah. Whenever I play fractals, I put it here. Then a lot of boosters that I frequently use. Also some more back slot expansions and equipment template and build storage, build template expansions whenever I need them. So just I have them. But most of the time, my characters are full enough equipped. Then just some random stuff that I don't know where to put on my characters because maybe I want to use it to craft the metabolic primers and utility primers. And then some more random stuff, world versus world related, and another pass key. Just some random stuff that I should probably clean up at some point. Some Chante Wild stuff was way more full before I crafted the Legendary Spear. Now it's not that much anymore. And then just some bank tabs. Those are important, these gathering tools, because my characters don't have, some of them have the, endless glyphs and stuff. But most don't, so I use those volatile ones to get the most out of this. And whenever this is almost empty, I will refill it. Then with some leftovers, blackline statuettes for my blackline chest opening, and some leftover skins. My material storage is nothing special, just some more gold, but not that much. I mostly sell my high expensive stuff that I don't need for legendaries. When it comes to how much I played and since when, let's check. So I played almost 13k hours over the past 4,250 days. So I would say that's actually quite a lot, of course. I wasted a lot of time in Guild Wars 2. But there are definitely people that played more, and there are way more people that played less. You will see that in Guild Wars 2 Efficiency as well. That's just for my stats. If it comes to how much time I spent doing what, I would say I spent 30% of my time playing PvP. I played 40% of my time PvE, and I use 20% of my time to make gold with trading post stuff. And the last 10% is split across everything, including world versus world. So most of my time was in some activities, but I would say it's a classical split for people that enjoy some game modes more than others. But if you then take into consideration how much hours I have, it's quite a lot of hours that I spend in every single game mode. So now to my unlocks. This is where my biggest gold sink is. So I have a lot of skins unlocked. Most of them, especially the expensive ones, I have gotten from wardrobe unlocks that I got from opening 2000 Black Lion keys. So I will quickly show most of them, but it's just a lot of stuff that I have here. And you can see some of them I'm almost really close to finishing. So I will quickly scroll through it. A lot of them are gem stores that are still missing, or some special skins. It's nothing too insane. Some of them is really hard to get, but most of them is just gem store. Some of them are really expensive. For example, invisible slippers, really expensive to get, 3000 gold or more even. So it's on the long-term list of getting. Then a lot of back items are still missing. Some of them are unobtainable, which is really sad, but most of them are just gold or achievement bound or gems. So I will get them in the end at some point. Yeah. And when it comes to outfits, I have all of the outfits. It's just some gold sink. Most of them I got from the wardrobe unlocks. I have quite a lot of miniatures, not all of them. There are still a lot of them missing, especially achievement bound ones and some of the gemstone ones. And yeah, at some point I will want to get all of them. Gathering tools, nothing too crazy. I have some of them. And when it comes to weapon skins, I actually have quite a lot of weapon skins, especially from stuff where I have the legendaries as well. Most of them are just then some leftovers that you can get from, for example, festivals that you have to just do a lot of weeklies, which you can't get yet. And then some other collections and achievements and gem score skins. But in the end, I will want to go for all of them, just going through some of them, just seeing what is there. I have a lot of legendaries, over 100 at this point, and a lot of legendaries I actually also have. It's some of them I have multiple ones, just for example to get the twice told legend, or just to have the possibility to run 4 swords at the same time, or 4 daggers. And yeah, you just scroll through all of them. Like you see, there are still a lot missing, but it's definitely more filled than the average person's wardrobe. And I really like to go for all of the skins here. Some of them are really hard to get. Some of them are quite easy, just some gold investment. But in the end, it's definitely something that I want to go for in the future. So now let's take a look at my GW2 Efficiency account. So my GW2 Efficiency account, I have almost 1 million account value. I'm around 200 leaderboard. This changes, of course, always, you can see. And here's the big jump where I made a lot of gold with the Black Lion chest opening stuff, or the wardrobe unlocks to be precise. And I have some liquid gold, nothing too crazy. A lot of stuff is in my wallet and my material storage, the liquid gold. The rest is just split across my account. I have a lot of value in my legendary armory. I have a lot of unlocked skins. Those are really the big ones. But I also have a lot of unlocked outfits, just a lot of unlocked skins that are quite expensive. But I also have a lot of stuff in account upgrades. That's really big. Not a lot of people actually have that. It's not necessary. I just have that from my storage space. And then I have a lot of characters that just have random stuff lying around. Some of them have more gold, others have none. Just how it is. And so let's check out the legendary armory. So you can see those are the skins that I have, the legendaries that I have. I have quite a lot of them. But you see, especially when it comes to the armor, I'm missing a lot because they are, of course, all redundant. If you have one set, you don't need the others. Especially the PvP and World vs. World ones doesn't even give you new skins. so I don't go for them at all. But all the others, I have most legendaries unlocked. I'm still missing some. I will go for them, of course, as well. But actually quite nice when it comes to the skins. When it comes to accounts upgrade, you can see they're quite expensive, almost 150k. And the most of them is into black slots. I have almost 400 black slots expansions and a lot of characters and equipment templates actually as well. So not a lot of people want to have that. It's not that important. It's just something I like to go for. And it's something that I think is quite worth investing into if you play a lot of characters. Now, let's take a look at the stats. So you might be wondering why I can see every single stat of this. If you donate $5 to the developers of GW2 Efficiency, you don't get any advertisements anymore, and you get to see all your ranks. I did this once, so you can get this as well if you want to. But now let's check it out. So I will start with the stuff that I have really high. Nobody is higher than me. So fractal level is not important, of course. Winter's Presence also not important, but I have a lot of immortal skins. Not a lot of people actually have that. I have legendary armor skins, and I have rank 1. So I'm the person with the most legendary armor skins. No one has more. That's nice. I have, of course, rank 1 with suffused and Loreen variants. Of course, nobody will have more if you have all of them collected. So this is the rarest title that I have, the Loreen one. I have a lot of storage space. Like I said, I'm rank 15. So yeah, I don't need it anymore, but yeah, still nice. And then I have some stuff that I store, for example, a lot of branded masks, fresh winter berries, dry ingot, which I will use to get even more back slots in the future. Hedge chilies, and then we will get to the wardrobe value. So I have 60. I'm ranked 60 when it comes to wardrobe value. It's quite nice. I will, of course, push for more, but I'm not that competitive. I just want to have more stuff unlocked, so that's why I'm going for it. Then I have other account-bound materials that I just save up if I will ever need them. And unlocked skins, you can see I have 8,201. Changes every day, because every day I will go for something else and buy something. So most of the time I will increase it. But I'm rank 118 when it comes to legendary trinkets. Items I have 6. And 32 slot bags I have 58. And legendary skins I have 80. And if you check all unlocked legendaries, I have 110. Like I said, above 100. So when it comes to account value, I'm ranked 204. Like I said, it's not always accurate. It changes every single day. Interesting enough, I have, if you exclude the gem store that I spent, it may actually lower because more people don't spend that much. It makes sense. And then the other stuff, nothing too crazy actually. Just then it falls off. I think a lot of people actually have that much stuff. Yeah, theoretically, spend gems. I have over 1 million spent of those gems. If I would, of course, calculate this, but you have to be honest. Most of that is just trash, like 250 teleport to friends stuff or revive orbs that I got by opening those black line chests. But of course, I also used all of my gold to get the gems. I don't swipe, so that's also worth mentioning. And then all the other stuff is not that crazy. So there's that. When it comes to unlock statistics, let's have some fun here. Check out what we have for, if I go for achievements that I have unlocked. And I want to check how many people have unlocked it. Then, of course, 214 people have unlocked the Facet of Imprisonment Boundless Light. And I'm one of them. So it's quite a rare title. And then we have the skins. Let's see which skins I have. That is only by 400 people unlocked, okay, is the Titan's case. So the legendary Orient focus of the Death Dragon. So nothing too crazy here, just showing you what I have, and maybe that's interesting to you. So I think that concludes the video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. If you found it inspiring and liked this video, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, and I wish you a very good start in your next year.